Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So just a really quick intro this time around. So I'm at 1.3 thousand subscribers right now, and today is January 5th for this intro. And I plan on giving away one monthly pass on the 22nd. So the 22nd, as you guys might know, is the Arknights Enfield release date. So I'm going to be trying that out live on stream. It's going to be hype. Should be good. But if I can hit 1,500 subscribers by January 22nd, then I will be giving away 2 monthly passes for any gacha game that you want, okay? Thank you guys so much for continuing to support me. The channel is growing very quickly, I think. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in every day and watching every video. And let's get into this video. Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So as you can tell from the title, the thumbnail, all that stuff, this is a full Fiamelia guide the first week she's out, okay? We got turn 1 builds for her. We got turn 2 builds for her. We got some crazy, wacky builds. We got a bunch of replays. So this is the full Fiamelia guide, okay? It's subject to change because obviously you can build her any way you want. But these are the current like top player builds that we're currently using for her, like Mythic and above. Okay, guys? So you guys already know my build, so I'll show my build first as a turn 1 player. So I've been using her on Codex. Okay, so here's the build. Okay, Bulwark, Swift Rush, Bulwark, and Swift Raid, HP, HP, HP. Okay, and for the shell, let me show the shell. It's Codex, that, and that. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna show you some of my replays with her. We were able to get some good games just now on Fearless, so I guess I can show some of those. Where is it? Battle report right here. And we have a build from Bach, we have a build from Monafe, we got a build from Emerge, a bunch of different Fiamelia builds. But here's a pretty good game here. Against Monafe, we just had this in Fearless, so let's take a look. Okay, this is my current Codex. Okay, so the reason why I use Codex is that she can use the S3 twice, but apparently Halloween is better because in the long run it's better, right? And we have Monafe's build for Halloween that we'll take a look in just a bit, but let's just take a look at this first, okay? So on Codex, this was my replay that we played earlier. So his Freya went first, his the Ting went first as well. But the Ting is able to not do anything because look, I just heal everything back, full HP, Sanctolin gone, right? So she cooks the Ting in that situation right there, and then she manages to cut here, and I'm able to get the rest of my team to go, get some nukes in there with Revelation, and she'll get to S3 again after she gets out of the taunt, but more or less you can use her on Codex for like a double nuke. Right, as a turn 1 mainly cleave slash CC player, I like it when she nukes, okay? Because she nukes even through Amber, guys. She can do like 10,000 damage through Amber, which is absolutely insane. Okay. Box says wasn't for most of my games was P3. I see. Oh, also speaking of that, my Fiamelia is P1 555. Okay, just for reference, guys. But yeah, I win this game right here. Because the reason why I won this game is because Fiamelia cleansed all of the torpor and stuff like that. So I was able to like cycle properly and stuff like that. Because the Ting got cooked there. Literally, the Ting could not do anything. Did I have any other Fiamelia games today? Oh yeah, so we have a really good game here against Femboy here. If you guys saw one of the recent videos, right? Bro has like the biggest cock in the game and the like, strongest Rahu as well, bro. Bro is crazy with his turn 2 build. For his entire account. So this is like essentially me, a pure turn 1 player against a pure turn 2 player in Fearless. And Fiamelia, I think, really cooked. She absolutely cooked for this game for me in Fearless. Let's see. So Mio goes first here. Not much to say, really. Like, not much to commentate. But you see, I got the S3 there. Pretty big damage considering Ray Mary and Tiamat are HP scalers. So I get a really nice freeze here. I was praying, okay? Early on stream, I was praying for that freeze right there. Now Fiamelia goes again, right? Look, Fiamelia goes again. Humongous nuke on everybody. And look at my Senyu. My Senyu was able to heal, like, 40% of her HP, but Tiamat nuked her anyway. You know, sometimes that heal comes in really clutch, guys. Fiamelia's heal is very clutch for turn 1 because now we have an actual healer. Like, Mia is good and all, but Mia is very niche, right? Mia is very, very niche. She can heal, but Fiamelia, you're supposed to pick her first every single game now. So she's definitely much more useful than Mia overall. And then now I just do my wounding, my freezing things, and slowly chip down Femboy over here, and then we just win the game. Nice freeze there, and that's GG's. Also, my Mio and Nahor, they're only 4-4-4. So if my Mio and Nahor had more lattices in them, I would have won even easier because I would have gotten my freezes 1 turn earlier. You know, I would have definitely gotten my freezes 1 turn earlier. Nice. Very nice. There, we'll do 1 more, I think, for my build, and then we'll do 3 for the 3 other builds that we're going to be checking out in this video as well. Game against Fishcake here, but he took Fiamelia. How about game against Range? He banned Fiamelia, bro. He banned Fiamelia there too. Okay, okay. Here, he didn't ban Fiamelia here. So for this game against Range, Fiamelia, turn 1, and then I pivoted to pick Lowen last pick, just to lock down pretty much anybody that whoever I needed to lock down. Tiamat buffs when? Absolutely no, Insane. Absolutely no. Tiamat does not need any buffs, bro. She needs a nerf. She needs a reduction on her counter damage, bro. Her counter damage does way too much. Don't even get me started on Amber. Okay, so look right there. My Fiamelia manages to cut the Raymary, and look, full heal and full cleanse, okay? Because of that full heal and full cleanse, the Raymary S3 wouldn't have been able to kill my team. Right? I don't have any other real viable healer other than Fiamelia for turn 1. And look, I was able to tank Raymary right there because of the heals, bro. Fiamelia is absolutely amazing, bro. She's absolutely amazing. And look at that. 9.5k on the Raymary through Amber, okay, guys? 9.5k through Amber. She's absolutely broken. All right, let's take a look at some of the other players' builds, okay? So we have Bach here, but we'll show Bach's last because pretty crazy. We'll show him last. Let's do another turn 1 build, okay? Before we hop into turn 2. So this is another build I'm considering for my account. Monafe runs a Swift Rush Time Weave Halloween. Okay, so obviously, right? Obviously, Fiamelia won't be as fast as my Codex build on this Halloween build. But the reason for the Halloween build is if you're fighting a very long fight, after the first 2, maybe 3 turns, Fiamelia on Codex can't really do much for another 4 turns or something like that, right? So Halloween, sometimes if you proc the Time Weave, you can still S3 back to back, okay? If you proc the Time Weave and the Halloween, you can S3 back to back. If not, then you'll do S3, S1, and then S3. So Halloween for the long run is better, okay? And I'm considering the build for that. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I do have a perfect Halloween for her, but we'll see, right? Codex has been working wonders for me right now. But this is another alternative turn 1 build for her. So those are the stuff. We got HP, HP, and HP, right? Pretty standard. So his Fiamelia, Monoface Fiamelia, is 317, which is actually insanely fast for Halloween without the 3rd speed passive. And mine is 332 on Bulwark. So the speed there is quite different. So I'm not too sure how this would fare against like another turn 1 team, maybe, right? But we'll see. Let's take a look at these replays. I haven't seen these replays yet, but that's the build. So let's see. Monofe got a game against a turn 2 pivoted into a turn 1, I'm guessing, right? Into a speed contest here. Fiamelia always first pick, okay, guys? Fiamelia always first pick now. She is absolutely insane. You already know the milkers are crazy, but on top of that, she's absolutely broken, okay? So let's take a look at this game. Okay, Heinrich goes first. Very interesting speed tuning here. Heinrich going first before the plume. Okay, S3 should get the freeze on everybody, right? And then that's GG's. Honestly, that was pretty quick. But let's see how he deals with the Amber. Oh, never mind. He just gave up. Okay, so not Not really much of a Fiamelia showcase there, but still just absolutely cooked him. Here, this game looks much better. This game looks like a much slower game. I think this is a very good example of Fiamelia on Halloween because looking at the drafts, we don't have any real nukers, right? We have Fiamelia for the big HP chunk one at a time, but mainly we have CC pushback and Santic for a bit of crit damage, crit rate, and more turn not turn meter cooldown increase, right? Versus a pretty tanky turn 2 team. So I think in the long run against teams like this, if you can't nuke them, Halloween seems to work. So let's watch. This seems like a very good replay. So Mia, very nice. Push back and dispel. Now we get the Nahor freeze. Let's go. Beautiful Nahor freeze right there. Huge Fiamelia damage. So she gets the cooldown increase, okay? So she got the cooldown increase, I think, from Time Weave. But I don't think she got it from No, she got it from Halloween. She got it from Halloween, but not Time Weave. So then she was only able to S1 there instead of S3. So in Codex, I would have been able to S3 twice. But now for the longer term game, Halloween would be a lot better. Rio says CD reduce, not increase. Isn't it technically cooldown increase? It's increase if it goes down, right? If you like, if it's a debuff. But reduce would be the... Okay, I don't know what I said. But you guys know what I meant. You guys know what I meant. I'm confusing myself. Decrease if it goes down. The cooldown decreases if it goes down, bruh. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Technically, it's cooldown increase. Right? It's increase. It's increase from Santic S2 because you're increasing the number. You're increasing the cooldown. You're increasing the cooldown, and if you're like buffing it, then you're decreasing the cooldown. Debuff is increase. Okay, yes. Debuff is increase. That's what I'm saying. Decrease yo fucking motherfucker, bro. Debuff is increase. Okay? And buff is decrease. Okay? I will edit this from the video. I'll just bleep it out or some shit, bro. Shit. Okay. So another game here. So pretty much the same thing, right? Pretty much the same thing here. So what happens if you need to play more CC, right? If you need to play more CC and you don't get the big nukes, it seems like Halloween Fiamelia can contribute more to damage and cycle more and, you know, all that good stuff. Because in the longer game, Halloween is definitely better than Codex. But Codex just for the double nuke in the beginning. Oh, let's see. Okay, very nice S3 there. So even into Tiamat, right? Even into Tiamat, did they both proc? Okay, so only one proc, right? Only one proc, that thing. But what was I saying? Into Tiamat, she can still cook against Tiamat. She can still cook against Ray Mary. Okay, guys, don't sleep on her. But very nice heals right there. Time we procs before the start of the turn. Wait, so she can only S3, S1, then S3 with Halloween, right? She can never S3 into S3. Yes or no? She can S3 into S3. If Time Weave... So Time Weave has to proc the second turn. I got it. I don't use Time Weave, so I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you proc Halloween at the end of your first turn, and then when she takes the next turn, then Time Weave will proc, and then she'll be able to S3 again. Yes, thank you, Mamersh, for clearing that up. I did not know that. Big nuke right there, so huge nuke right there. That was really nice. Huge nuke. That's why some artists using in proc shield when equipped with Time Weave on first turn. Oh, that makes sense, Merge. That makes sense. All right, so that's the build for Monafe. Okay, so that I think is all the turn 1 builds that we currently have at this time, at least for this video. Okay. Now we're going to do 3 different turn 2 builds. Okay, we got Merge, Acid, and Bach. We're gonna do Bach's last because Bach is like a top 1 player, right? He's been first place before, so we'll save the best for last. So Merge's current Fiamelia is Gigabyte. Okay, full HP Fia on Gigabyte. Okay, boom. Not even like fully good stuff, bro. Not even good stuff, bro. Absolutely terrible stuff. But full HP, you guys can see that she's on Wellspring. And he has her at 61,000 HP. That's like 8,000 more than mine, bro. Like a lot more HP than mine, for sure. Absolutely crazy. Okay. So let's take a look. We have, I think this looks like a Fearless game maybe against this Dio's guy. But she works for turn 2 and turn 1, okay, guys, for both of them. That's really good. I like that the devs are going down the path of making characters both, like, viable for both turn 1 and turn 2. That makes the game insanely complicated but also insanely fun, right? It seems to me like we are slowly getting away from, like, the turn 1 versus turn 2 debate and, like discrimination almost, right? We're getting away from that now, which I think is fantastic, which is huge for the devs, you know. So let's take a look at this game right here. Havendale, you got a turn 2 Fia? Hell yeah, bro. Send it right now. We'll add it. For sure. Insane says that's right, so Tiamat needs a buff. Absolutely not, bro. Get her out of this game, bro. Delete her from this game. Jesus Christ, look at that damage, dude. What is that damage, Merge, from the counters? You guys see that damage from Tiamat, bro? Come on, dude. Ridiculous. So, if you have Fia on full HP, she also heals more, right, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. More HP equals more heals. So you can even use Fiamelia as like a pseudo healer, right? Almost like a half healer, like a 0.5 healer. That was so much damage. Yes, I saw that Merge. If you guys didn't see that, you guys can go back in the video. But look at her damage if you prioritize her HP. You know? Massive damage. Massive damage. More damage. Boom. Very nice. Clean. That was free. Merge didn't even take damage, bro. Merge didn't even take any damage. All right, another game against Chisei here. Even with the Hoi Yan, right? Even with the Hoi Yan, it doesn't seem like he was able to do much against Fiamelia here. So let's take a look. I don't even think Hoi Yan can one-shot Fiamelia. Maybe a P5, 555, but I don't think a low invest Hoi Yan can do that. Aya with the beautiful cut here. Brings everybody up. Taunts the Santic, but Santic's gonna cleanse anyway. Humongous damage. Absolutely humongous damage from the Senyu. Fiamelia cut. And then pretty much cleanse and heal the entire team, bro. Very nice. And then Fushu comes in. Very nice. And now how do you kill? How do you win this if you're a Chisei? How do you kill right here? Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Wow. Actually, Hoi Yan killed right there. You're not on Bloodbath, right, my Merge? So that's cool. That's cool. But Fiamelia's dead. Fiamelia already did her job, I think, at this point. Doing some big damage to everybody. Now Merge can slowly chip away at the rest of the units. Very nice. This shouldn't kill, right? Bloodbath. Yeah, Bloodbath should not be able to kill here. And now how do you kill Lowen with Fuchu heal? Fuchu heal is too strong here. With the Lowen. And yeah, that's pretty much GG's. So that's another build you guys can do, Gigabyte. Okay, I showed the build already. You guys can go back in the video if you need the build again. We have so many builds to go through. We got 3 more, bro, because Havendale just popped his in there. What build is this? Where's the build, Havendale? I need the build. So yeah, so definitely one thing Merge is saying, right? If you have her on full HP, right? I've seen a Fiamelia with like 70,000 HP, but her damage is directly tied to how much max HP she has. So if you want to build her turn 2, huge damage and huge heals, you definitely want Wellspring. You definitely want to maximize the HP, and you can go for a slightly slower build like the one that Merge has on Gigabyte, because she can still cut, right? So this is some crazy cutting though. And some text Merge says here, Giga can go Cure, Wellspring Ether plus 1045. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the build for 70k HP, bro. I think that's the build for 70k HP. Okay, now we have a very interesting build from Acid here. Bro is running Ouroboros, bro. Ouroboros Bloodbath, bro. What is this, man? What is this? And clearly it works. Clearly it can work as well. Not as much HP here, but she's on Bloodbath, right? And she's 153 as well, not even fully maxed. So let's take a look here. Turn 2, Tiamat, Palin against Pivot Messiah for some reason here. Pivot Messiah, I'm not too sure about that draft. I don't think the Messiah can nuke the Tiamat anyway. But let's see. So he goes for the S3 gamble. Very interesting S3 gamble there. Ouroboros can only S1. Okay. And then Messiah's dead. Tell me again. Somebody tell me again. Why would you ever buff Tiamat? The fuck? Tiamat wasn't even full HP, bro. Nerf Tiamat. Jesus Christ. But yeah, let's watch. Let's see what Fiamelia can cook up here. S3. So Acid opts to S3 with the Palin on the Tiamat, actually. And then he just gave up. So if you guys notice, okay, so Fiamelia heals, okay? She heals, but not only does she heal, she cleanses your entire freaking team, bro. Every single debuff on every single character, bro. Crazy. Ouroboros is a good shell when Palin is... Oh, you're saying because Palin puts threat on somebody else, right, Merge? So the character with Ouroboros can't get hit. So they keep gaining those stacks because they stay high HP. Smart. I didn't even realize that. I'm not a turn 2 player, but thank you for pointing it out, Merge. That was genius, bro. Let's take a look at this replay here. We got a bunch of replays to go through. Holy. Let's make it 5x. These games are turn 2 games. So it is what it is. Okay, Plume. Nice, nice. 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 Look at the heal on Tiamat on Amber, bro. Tiamat is in Amber and she healed so much, bro. Fiamelia cuts again, dude. Holy crap. Yo, Tia 1 HP bug? What? Tia 1 HP bug? There's no way. Oh, but Tia dies anyway. Tia dies anyway. But it doesn't matter because Fiamelia nukes. You guys see that? She nukes, she heals, she cleanses, she puts turn meter up, she cuts. She is literally everything. She is the strongest unit in the freaking game right now with multiple different builds for turn 1 and turn 2. She's absolutely insane. Last replay here against Audiophile. Let's go. So it seems like Acid likes to opt for the S1 first, right? He's S1ing with Fiamelia to save the heals, to save the cleanses for the second turn, which I think is a very smart strategy for turn 2, right? Turn 1, you're probably going to S3 into S3, right? But turn 2, I think you're a little more flexible where you can S3, or sorry, you can S1 first. 1 HP bug. Oh my god. These 1 HP bugs, bro, are crazy. But now look. Cleanse the stun. Cleanse everything. Heal back a lot of HP. And now Holden can cook. Now Holden can cook a little bit. Look, now how do you kill Holden here? If you're the other team, how can you kill Holden? Holden, oh, with Veronica. Duh. Because Veronica goes through shields. But then he gets to proc the Amber. And now how do you kill? What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I actually don't know. This is turn 2. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like Acid is losing, but maybe Fiamelia just clutches up somehow. I have no clue. I'm not a turn 2 player. This looking pretty bad. Steals the Sanctolin. Okay. Wow, Fiamelia really clutches this here, bro. Fiamelia clutches this out, doesn't she? S3, big heals, massive heals. Alright, this is gonna go on 5x, bro. This is way longer than I thought, bro. And he's going for Lilium, right? He's going for Lilium next because Lilium is the squishiest here. There we go. Lilium is dead. Wow, Fiamelia wins this? This is absolutely crazy. Fiamelia wins this. This is insane. This might be the best clutch I've seen on a Fiamelia, bro. Huge damage right here. Another heal. Oh, I realized he has Amber on Doki too. Damn. Amber abuse. Very nice. Puts her in Amber. Okay, Tiamat comes back. Tiamat can't do any damage because she has no HP. Very insane game there. Holy crap. That was a really good showcase, I would say. From Acid right there on the Ouroboros. Did I show the Ouroboros? Let me show it again. I'm not sure if I showed it. Boom, boom, boom. Triple HP is the way to go, guys. Alright, we're gonna do box last. We're gonna do box last. So what is this? Oh, snap. You guys already know. You guys already know Havendale is a chef, bro. He cooks. He did the Chiaki video, he did the Veronica video, and he did the Shiata video, bro. He is cooking. Look at this. Fortissimo. What in the world? So are you running her as a healer, Havendale? Are you running her as a healer? Wow. Bloodbath, HP, HP, HP. That's insane. All right, so let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look. Were you surprised since Fia doesn't activate Fuchu? Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't activate anything, bro. She doesn't activate Brambles or Strive or anything. Okay, Revelation here. Let's see. Huge. Now she cuts. Let me see this heal, bro. Oh my god, look at that heal. What the fuck is this healer, bro? Ew. You're running her as a generalist for every draft, Havendale? I see. This is pretty crazy, though, dude. Fortissimo is kind of crazy. Well, the other team can't do anything here. The other team's just dead. What the fuck, Yelly? That was the luckiest Yelly ever, bro. Oh my god. So now what do? Nothing. You can't do anything here. You needed to kill Fiamelia and Sanya and Lowen at the same time. Not much the other guy can do. What the fuck is this Yelly, bro? Yo, this Yelly, yo, somebody report this Yelly. What the hell? This Yelly hits like 4 times each time. What the oh, hell no. Hell no, hell no, 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 no. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Next game against Repent here. Interesting. You're actually locking her here? How did Repent not pick Fiamelia if you locked her, bro? That's crazy. This should be a quick game here because this is turn 1 versus turn 2, so pretty quick. Okay, Mass. Okay, but look at that. Mass doesn't do anything, guys. Messiah needs a buff, bro. Messiah needs a buff. Wow, you win this, Havendale? Uh-oh, Veronica. Oh, I see, I see. You have the Veronica and the Fiamelia. The Veronica and the Fiamelia is absolutely insane here. Okay, so it doesn't go in through invincibility. Okay, so we were talking about Fiamelia's S3 going through everything. It goes through everything but invincibility. Okay. Jesus, what is this fortissimo, Havendale? Ew. Ew, Havendale. Ew, brother. Brother, ew, what's that? Oh my god. This is... Yo, Havendale, you are the chef, bro. Havendale, you are an absolute chef in this game, bro. What the fuck? Yo, you come up with the craziest builds, man. That's absolutely nuts. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, I feel so gross watching this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel absolutely gross. Ooh. 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 Jesus Christ. Alright, one more replay from Havendale the chef, bro. Jesus. Just a quick note, guys. If you guys don't know, Fiamelia cooks defense scalers, okay? Defense scalers, they scale defense. They don't have as much HP. So my Fiamelia specifically, she nukes like 40% HP, bro. On Rahu and Holden, she nukes them for 40% of her HP. So if she goes twice with Codex, she nukes them for 80% of their HP, okay? She is insane. That's also why I prefer Codex. But we'll see if I'm going to switch it to Halloween. We will see. This is turn 2 versus turn 2, right? So let's watch. Don't worry, Havendale. Don't worry. You're cooking, bro. You're absolutely cooking. This is more than enough to showcase the fortissimo Fia. What's up, comment? Welcome. Here it comes. Look at the Rahu. Boom. Rahu's gone, bro. Rahu's gone. That's just GG's. She nukes, guys. She literally does everything. She does everything. She's absolutely insane. All right, time for the Bach cook, okay? Bach also cooks. You guys know him. If you guys know me, then you should definitely know Bach, all right? So let's take a look. So Bach is a whale, of course. Let's just put that out there. Bach is a whale, bro. Got P5 Fia, okay? 555. He puts her on Law of Silence, and he runs... I think he runs this on both turn 1 and turn 2, right? Yeah. So Bach is a standard player, right? He's a top player. He runs standard, and he picks her as a turn 1 draft, like with a turn 1 draft, as well as a turn 2 draft on Law of Silence, and a shiny one, bro. Jesus, bro. That's crazy. There it is. HP, HP, HP. There it is. Note, Time Weave also procs shell cooldowns. Really? Oh, I did not know that. So it makes the LOS, the Law of Silence, Void State come faster? Wow, I did not know that. It doesn't say shells here, though. Wow, devs, they got to put that in here. They got to put shells in here. Once she's back in Void, it's permanent? What? Bog, what kind of crazy cook is this? What in the world? So once she goes out of Void and then she comes back in, she's permanently in Void. What in the world, bro? All right. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right, let's see this. Turn 2. This guy has no damage, bro. This guy has no real damage. All right, let's see this cook from Bach, bro. Let's see what top player whales cook up, bro, because it's a different game up there, guys. And this is against Adept, by the way. This is against Adept, who is another like top 5, top 10 player, bro. Big heals with Ling there, nice. Okay, here comes the big heals, right? Oh no, you're taunted. Never mind, you can't do anything. You're taunted right now. But next turn, this next turn, you should be able to heal and cleanse everybody. Here it comes. She cuts again. Massive heal, massive cleanse, bro. And massive nuke. Okay, tell me, guys. She cleanse, she heals, she nukes. All in one skill. Holy crap. Guys, you need to pull her, okay? She is an absolute must pull. She is the strongest LD right now. No question. Okay, we got another game against Adept here, but let's save this last game against Adept for last, okay? Let's see, against Diary. This guy's 3.8 as well. Jesus, these top players are insane, bro. Holy crap. So, let's see. So, it looks like Fiamelia is like your healer here. I think Fiamelia is your healer here. I skip what we're going to save. No, we're going to save Adept for last. We're going to save this last Adept one for last, okay, Bach? Save the best for last. Bach against Adept is always a treat. So, we started with one, and then we're going to end with the last one, okay? End with the last one. No whore here. Let's watch this a little slower, I think. I think this one will be a bit faster. Okay. So like I said, guys, right? You don't always, as a turn 2 player, you don't always have to use the S3 on Fiamelia, okay? If you run her on not Codex, right? You don't have to use her S3 immediately. You can always save it for the second turn for more heals and stuff like that. Wait, what the hell happened to your Mio? Is this a bloodbath Mio, Bach? Don't tell me this is a bloodbath Mio, bro. Wait, then why didn't the Lilium kill? Oh, he was attacked down. Okay, okay. It was so much going on, I couldn't notice. I see. I was about to say, like, no way, bro. No way. All right. Here is the last replay for this, okay, guys? If you guys... actually, there's no point doing that right now. Anyway, let's take a look. So you running Tyrandot. Wait, Bach, you awakened Tyrandot? You awakened Tyrandot? Of course. Damn. Oh, that's smart, right? So that you're able to play standard. Smart, smart, smart. Very nice. Damn. Adept gets absolutely cooked here, doesn't he? Adept gets absolutely cooked. So, Bach, can you tell me really quick before we end this video? What is the benefit of Law of Silence? Why Law of Silence and why not anything else, right? So for Havendale, it's pretty obvious, right? You use Fortissimo for the extra heals. But you're saying it's better into Lowen in turn 2. Oh, so Lowen can't taunt her, right? Oh, yes, exactly. One of our other replays earlier, we saw that Lowen can lock down Fiamelia with her taunts, right? Especially if you're not running Alicorn, right? It doesn't seem like many people are running Alicorn Fiamelia anymore, right? But if you want to run Alicorn, you can just follow the dev's recommendation for it. Wow, is this what it's like to be a whale and have extra lattices so you can build standard? Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, standard's mostly the way to go for the top players, I would say, because you can just mix it up, right? You can just mix it up and actually, like, absolutely throw your opponent in for a loop. Okay, here we go. Heal. Big heals and big damage. Jesus Christ. Big heals and big damage. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, so Lowen is still very good, guys. Lowen is still very good. Lowen can lock down Fiamelia if you don't have Alicorn or some kind of cleanse. Very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful gameplay from Bach here. Absolutely cooking Adept, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. Boom. Yes, Void State also reduces damage and increases effect resistance. But yeah. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the full Fiamelia guide. Yeah, that's it. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe. You guys already know about the goals for subs on YouTube and the monthly pass giveaways and all that stuff. I stream every single night, guys. If I don't catch you on the stream, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.